All right, we are live. I see Tree of Knowledge in the chat. I see Esan. Hi, Esan. Did you get my email? In the chat. Muhammad is in the chat. Oh, let me see. Where did chat go? Where did chat go? Oh, I see. Jack is here. Jack, you're supposed to send me an email, right? You're gonna send me an email with your videos. Oh, you did. You did. Yes, you did. But like, you sent me some. Yeah. So you're gonna keep me updated on that. Jack, keep me updated on your progress with your videos. Fantastic, guys. Make sure you like the stream. I have been telling you guys that if you think that you're ahead of other people because you use AI, well, that's not good enough, is it now? Is it now? Hey, unusual AI in the chat. Hi, unusual AI. Um, you guys think I tell people that if you to stay ahead of the game, you need to be using AI all the time. However, some people think that using AI means that just talking to ChatGPT about random shit, or just using ChatGPT like you used to use Google. Now it's just more efficient, or to make just images, some funny images. Actually, now that I think about it, using ChatGPT could actually be harmful to you because it might be so interesting that you're going to be spending hours on it, talking to it about just random stuff that is not going to help you in any way. That if you don't use AI the proper way, it actually might be a waste of time. You might actually, some people might discover that they could start chatting with ChatGPT the way they talk to a friend, and they just, if you're sitting there and you think that, well, I'm using AI, I must be productive. No, you're not. You just replace random people talking about chit chatting about random stuff. Now you just replace those people with AI, which is actually kind of sad because you actually need to talk to people, right? So no, you're not being productive. You're wasting your time. But I've noticed I haven't actually told you exactly the best way to use AI to be more productive, to remove the barriers from your way, and to achieve your goals, to give you a structure. And that's what this live stream is about. So stop telling you what not to do, but actually tell you what to do. Eson is here. Yes, you did. Okay, fantastic. Amika is here. I will respond ASP. ASP. No worries, like Eson. No rush. I like to just get a good idea of you. I'm actually interested in you guys. Do you understand? Like the projects that you guys are doing with AI, I'm actually fascinated to see where we could go on this channel together. Like I'll tell you what the best ways are, and I hope many of you will pick up on that, and we could do this as a group with each other. Right. So, what I'm going to tell you is the best thing you could do with AI is to create a system for everything that you do. And even before AI, let me tell you, one of the main reasons why some people become successful and other people don't, even without AI, is that successful people have systems. They have frameworks, they have rules, they have a process, they have a step by step guide, and they constantly improve them. Let me tell you what the greatest investment is, because a lot of people think when we talk about investment, you have to go look into stocks, ETFs, I don't know, cryptocurrency. But I say this with a high degree of certainty, okay? That even though I know investments and financial assets are good, uh, but they are not for wealth generation. They're mostly for wealth protection. Please understand this. Investing in financial assets are not mainly for wealth generation. They are mostly tools for wealth protection. But investing, there's another thing that you invest in that actually generates wealth, and the return on investment is significantly higher, which is in yourself. And exactly how do you invest in yourself? There's only two ways to invest in yourself. One is to invest in your skills. Actually, there's three ways now that I think about it, right? There's three things that you invest if you invest in, the returns, measurable return. Like this is not just some kumbaya sound goody thing that you put on the washroom wall. This is actually measurable. investing in yourself in 3 ways, the combining effect on that is so much higher return on investment financially than investing in financial assets. Investing in your skills, investing in your mindset, and investing in your systems. So investing in your skills, the more you do something, the more you learn how to do it. Investing in your mindset, basically removing the emotional barriers and also having a better and a shift in the way that you look at things. Once you get into a world, you will see things that you couldn't see before when you were looking at it from outside. And this new perspective and this new mindset will make you mentally be prepared to do things that you weren't ready to do before. So investing in your mindset, investing in your skills, but also investing in your systems. But to invest in your systems, you need to actually have systems. A lot of people, when they want to do something, they just jump into it, like, okay, what do I do? What is the next step? What do I like? What are the tasks that I need to do? I mean, if you're asking yourself what is the next thing that I need to do, it's because you probably don't have a system. And the first thing you need to do is to actually create a system. Or actually, maybe the first thing is to do the thing and then realize how sucky you are at doing the thing. And then in the process of learning that, then you start creating a system to make yourself better. Because what you want to create is that everything be measurable, everything having a plan, every single step that you're taking towards your goal is based on a predefined set of actions that you know exactly how to follow. So every time you jump back into your work, based on the system that you have created, you know the exact next thing that you need to do and how it needs to be done. There's no guessing, there's no thinking. And we need to do that with all your main repetitive work, starting with the first one, meaning that you have to think of the most important thing that you're doing that is moving you forward and getting you to your goal, and you need to systematize that. So think about what that is, and then eventually we want to have three main. We don't want to create too many things so that you become overwhelmed. We want to get you to eventually having three systems for three main things that you're doing to improve everything. And let me actually tell you, beyond investing in your skills and investing in your mindset, just think about having a system and improving it. Just think about. Let me actually tell you what a system is, so that you could see the return on investment. So I wrote these things down to make sure, and I also, when I mentioned this on the Persian channel, I also actually thought of a couple of things to tell you, because those were some other important notes that I wanted to make sure that I bring to this channel as well. Because before I come here, I actually talk about these things on my personal Persian channel, right? Right. So system is decisions made once, then executed the same way every time. Right? And then we have subsystems, which is the chunks of the workflow. Like for example, for what I do pre-live stream, what I do post-live stream, what I do when it comes to distribution, for the cover, for the title, for the description, for the video shorts, for the long form, for the short form. Every time I need to go do these things, I need to have, again, my system is not perfect. I'm actually, the reason why I'm making this show is to think about these things out loud with you, because I know the next best thing that I could do right now is to improve my system. So me making this show is not just so that I could tell you how to create the systems, but so I could explain everything to you on this live stream. So this live stream will work as a note-taking mechanism for me as well. So that's how you would know that I'm not going to tell you everything right now, because I need to tell you everything, because the transcript from this live stream are my notes, and I need my notes to be complete. So that's how you know that when you come watch my live stream, I'm not going to hide everything, because I need to actually, I'm not going to spend another time. I don't have time to do a live stream with you guys and also think about these things on a separate time and take my notes. This is my note-taking process. So this means that you could trust my live streams, because I'm not going to leave anything out. Let me actually see what you guys are saying in the chat. Jack is saying, I use ChatGPT as a grammar check on the scripts to my videos. Also, I I ask it to identify clumsy, overly long sentences, video descriptions. Okay, good, but that's good, but we need to actually turn it into all of this into a system. So I will tell you what I mean. So we have processes. We have system, we have subsystems, we have processes, we have templates, we have principles. We're going to have rules, we're going to have templates, we're going to have files that we use, we're going to have the list of the tools that we use, we're going to have a list of prompts that we use. All of these need to be recorded. So let me actually say that again. For everything that I do, I need to have, okay, I need to have the formulas, I need to have the templates, I need to have the prompts, I need to have the assets, the media assets that I use. I need to have the file name that I use, the description rules, the way I like things to be written. My checklists, my processes, my templates. I told you that already. The rules and principles, the templates, the files, and the prompts. The prompts that the way I like to do it is that when I use AI, I don't go and think about what I need to write in the prompt every single time. I have a list. When I get to the stage of the process that I'm in, I have my already pre-written prompts that at that stage, I just copy and paste from my Google Doc. I have my systems on Google Doc, and then every time I'm doing my work, everything it's just an interaction between Google Doc and ChatGPT and Gemini sometimes, and I'll tell you why. So let me actually tell you the power of this and the rate of return on investment. Because once you figure out your system and you have completely documented your system from end to end, all of it, then you could actually give your system to ChatGPT and ask for recommendations on how to improve it. And think about if you could improve your system 5% every month, what is the rate of return on that every year? Wait, actually, again, that's not 12 times 5. That is, the way you need to calculate that is 1.05 to the power of 12, right? Which is going to be more than the summation of 5%, which I don't know how much. I could ask ChatGPT to calculate that, but it's a lot. It's a lot. That is better than most investments that you could even think of every goddamn year. And that's just the system part. And this is why, if you're not doing this, you're screwing yourself over, because the people who succeed are the people with the best systems. And I will tell you how easy it is to actually create this system. Guys, the things that I'm telling you, these are worth so much. Like, I hope you appreciate how amazing of a tool I'm putting in your hands right now for free. So I hope you appreciate all of this. And I will tell you how easy it is to get this done. This is right now, this is one of the most powerful things you could do with AI, because creating systems is now so easy. Let me actually just jump right into how I'm thinking, how I want to create new systems and improve them. Let me just jump right into them. Amikai is saying, fight the system. No, don't fight the system. Make the system. You are the system. Fight the system. Oh, wow. Jackie's actually calculated. It says it becomes 79.6% more effective in 12 months. Really now? Yeah, that's a crazy, just to let you know, the average in the stock market is 12%. So that's huge. And that's something nobody could take away from you ever, right? Because it's intertwined with you as who you are. And that's also not including the skills that you've developed along the way and the mindset that you have developed along the way. So let me tell you how this works, right? So at first I was thinking, this is what I would do. Let's say, for example, for this task of going live, making a live stream, recording that locally, taking the files, turning into short form and long form, uploading them, scheduling them, coming up with titles, coming up with descriptions, coming up with cover. For example, you could do this with anything. I'm just giving an example. What I could do is I could do that from the beginning from even before I go live, how I prepare for a live stream, right? I could, as soon as I get to work, I could have a Google Doc open, and everything I do, I could take a note, like I do this, I do that, like, right? And then once I have all my notes and explaining the step by step of what I did, I could go and go to ChatGPT, click the microphone, and basically look at my notes and just explain what I did to get this done. However, I now have a better idea. I will go live using this my StreamYard software that I have, that I go live with you guys. But I wouldn't go. The live stream would not be public; it would be unlisted. This is just for myself. I will share my screen, and while I'm doing all of these tasks, I will explain on my microphone what I'm doing while I'm recording my screen. And then I will record the entire thing from the beginning to end. Or maybe if it's too overwhelming, I will do it in chunks. I will do maybe like just the preparation for the live stream, or just the uploading something, right? But every time I do something like this, I'm going to record it. I'm going to have a link, a YouTube link for it. And I need it to be a YouTube link rather than just a video, an unlisted YouTube link. This is not going to be public for other people. But if it's unlisted, if you have the link, you could watch it. This is important. Why? Because Gemini, unlike ChatGPT, can watch YouTube videos now if it's unlisted, right? Or public. If it's private, it cannot watch it, right? So I will take the link, I will give it to Gemini. I would tell it to basically, this is me. I would tell Gemini that this is me doing this task. I need you to explain everything. I need you to watch it, because Gemini can actually watch the video. It's not just the transcript. I need you to watch everything and explain in great detail everything that I've explained and everything that I've done. Explain to me the process. And then I would capture I would look at Gemini's notes. It will probably be not complete. I will tell it that it's not complete for it to take another look. And then I will see if the new list is more complete. I will take the notes that Gemini made for me. Then I will go to ChatGPT, because Gemini is not as smart as, in my experience, Gemini is not as smart as ChatGPT. So I'm just using Gemini to capture the notes from the process in which I did everything. Guys, by the way, please understand what I'm telling you. Nobody has done this, okay? This is my invention, and I'm giving it to you for free, okay? You're welcome, right? So I will take all of these notes. I will go to ChatGPT, and because I know Gemini has not been complete in reviewing the video, I will take Gemini's notes, but I would also go to the video on YouTube, because after a couple of minutes or hours, YouTube will transcribe the video for me for free. So I will go to that video. I will download the transcription to everything I said, right, while I was recording the video. And I will give ChatGPT's thinking model. And also, when I'm using Gemini, I will use Gemini Pro, so that it's actually thinking deeply about it. But I will go to ChatGPT. I will go to the thinking model, the reasoning model, and I will tell ChatGPT, okay, here's the notes from Gemini, but also here's the entirety of the transcript, because I know that Gemini is stupid. So I need to give you the entire transcript. So here's the entirety of my work process. I need you to turn this to an SOP. An SOP, meaning a standard operating procedure. Are you guys listening? Do you guys listening? This is gold. I will tell ChatGPT to turn this into a standard operating procedures. But wait, don't turn it into a standard operating procedure yet. Before you turn it, I want you to turn this into a standard operating procedure. But before you do that, ask me, ChatGPT, ask me five of the best questions that you could ask me. For me to clarify something, ask me the best 5 questions that if I answer them, then you, ChatGPT, will be in a better position to create a standard operating procedure for me. So ChatGPT will not make me an SOP. It will send me 5 questions. I will look at those questions. I will click on the mic on ChatGPT, and I will start speaking into my mic, as I will say, I said, regarding question 1, here's my answer. Regarding question 2, here's my answer. Regarding question, I will answer all of the questions that it's asking me. And then I'm like, okay, here's my answers. Now you're ready to make me a standard operating procedure. It makes me a standard operating procedure. I will look at it. It will probably have some issues that I don't like about it. I will click on the mic. I will start speaking to my mic to ChatGPT, record this, and I will tell it. You guys know what I'm talking about. You don't need to write the prompt. There's a microphone button, not the voice module, not the live voice chat with ChatGPT. That's not what I'm talking about. There's a mic that you could click that transcribes your audio, and then you hit that send as a prompt. So I hit that microphone button, and I will tell ChatGPT every place in the standard operating procedures that I don't like, or any part that is screwed up, and I will explain in detail why I think that's not good and why I don't like those parts. And then again, this is on reasoning model. I will send that, and I'll tell it to make me a new standard, adjust those parts, and then I keep doing this until I get the SOP that I want, the SOP that is good. Oh, by the way, I forgot a part. I'm not. The SOP shouldn't be just my process. At some point, I'm going to ask it. Okay, so this is my standard operating procedure. Give me some suggestions on how to improve it. So now that I have something that represents what I have been doing and the best way I think it should be done, I will ask ChatGPT. Well, this is my method right now. Give me 5 suggestions on how to improve it, and also give me 5 suggestions on how I could use AI to improve this process. 5 non-AI related improvements and 5 AI related improvements, or maybe just 5 in general. If AI could help, included in that 5. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with 10 suggestions. So let's simplify. Give me 5 suggestions, but the best 5 suggestions that you could give me to improve my standard operating procedure. Also, if there's any one of them that AI will be helpful in it to improve it, tell me what that is. Include AI suggestions as well. I will look at the 5 suggestions that it gave me. Guys, I'm so impressed with how great these suggestions are. All right. I will look at those 5 suggestions that it gave me, and I will tell it, like, I like number 1, maybe, and 2, and maybe number 4. I will tell it the ones that I like. I'm like, okay, change our standard operating procedures that we have and apply these 3 to the standard operating procedure. Apply these 3 things. And then I wait for it, and I look for the new standard operating procedure. And if it's all good, then I will tell it this. I will tell it, great, turn that into a PDF for me. Turn that into a PDF document for me. It will turn it into a PDF document. You download it. Sometimes it gives you an error. If it gives you an error, try again. Download the PDF. Look at the PDF. See if everything is clean and ready. Then you go to ChatGPT. You go to ChatGPT projects. Projects. Right? You guys know what the projects are? Let me actually bring this up so I could look at my ChatGPT on my browser. It's somewhere. It's on the left. It's in the middle. It's right above the chats area. You create a new project for the standard, and then so the reason why we turn this into, why we turn it into PDF, because when you make a ChatGPT project, there is an instruction area and there's a file area. So when you make a new project, give it the name. So for example, my project would be regarding, I would call it YouTube, because this is again around my YouTube area, or maybe content creation. I would call this content creation project, right? And again, if I have multiple standard operating procedures regarding content creation, one of them is about preparing the live streams, one of them is about editing videos, I could make multiple PDF and then upload them all under the same project, which is content creation. So I'll click new project, call it content creation, and then I will upload the PDF. The reason why I will upload the PDF is because there's 2 areas, the instruction area and the file area, right? Let me actually click on new project, see what I'm seeing. So yeah, you have to give it a name, and then when you go into the project, right at the top, there's files and instructions. The reason why we need to turn a PDF is because the instruction area is limited. The text that you could put in the instruction area is limited. So your standard operating procedure is probably going to be longer than what fits in the instruction area. That's why you need to turn it into PDF so you could upload it as a file. And now that when you upload it as a file, instead of when you're doing this project, instead of using ChatGPT without going into a project, like just starting fresh with a prompt, you started within that project under ChatGPT. And also, by the way, the step-by-step guide is there. Every all your templates are there, all the ways that you write description, the things that you like, the things that you don't like. So you go into that project, you say, I'm starting this, what's the first step? It knows the first step. It knows the template that it needs to offer you. When you say, like, okay, what's the next step? Well, here's the next, for the next step, you need the title. I know the titles that you like. Here's 5 suggestions for the title. Here's 5 suggestions for the text on the cover. Here's a description based on. So you don't need to think about the prompts anymore. You could just say, like, oh, okay, what's the next step? And do the next step. Just do the next step. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. It's like having 10 assistants right next to you working for you all the time. And you don't even have to create the standard operating procedure. This is, again, what you used to have to hire an operational manager to be able to to actually create the process for you. Like, your people used to get paid a lot of money to come look at what you do, create the process for you, and then you pay them and they will leave, and then you have the process. Now you don't have to do that. Now ChatGPT actually produces this for you better than other people, better, and for almost for free, for $20 a month, maybe. Right? Oh, Jack is saying, where's the project? Well, if you go to ChatGPT, on the left, I see new chat, search chats, library, codex, Sora, GPTs, and then once the GPTs is over, I see new project, and then these are the project area, and then I see the chat area. Do you guys see it? Oh, you got the free version doesn't have projects? Well, if it doesn't, this is $20 a month. This is like nothing. This is worth so much. Oh, Lego saying, can I update the PDF? Oh, this is a good question. I said Lego man. I'm sorry, Lego man. That's a good question. This is what I don't like about it right now. Every time I want to update the PDF, I have to actually delete the old one and upload a new one. What I'm hoping ChatGPT does at some point is, instead of me having to upload files, because ChatGPT is already, right now, my ChatGPT is already connected to Google Docs. It can do that. But what I want is live documents. Like, instead of uploading a PDF, I want to be able to connect it to a Google Doc, so that when I update the Google Doc, my reference files gets updated automatically. That's what I want. Jack, would you not pay for the guys? If you can pay for ChatGPT, $20 a month it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. There's so many doors will open to you if you have AI. I mean, guys, I'm sure you guys are paying for your subscriptions for something else. You could cancel that. Namika, it's funny. So I like to have my SOP and coming back and improving it every once in a while. One thing that is important for ChatGPT, the standard operating procedures to have, is the prompts that you like to use. The prompts that you like to use, because when you give your SOP to ChatGPT to review, then it could also review your prompts and see if it could improve the prompts. So for example, well, at this stage, I will tell ChatGPT to write this for me, to do this for me, and this is the prompt I use. When I give my SOP for the review to ChatGPT, then it also looks at my prompts and say, like, well, I could actually improve your prompt here. So I don't even need to be a prompt engineer, because it could see the vision, it could see what we're trying to do, and it also improves every single step of the way. And then when I'm doing the work, Now, every time I get to the step that I need to use a prompt, ChatGPT will give me the prompt to feed back into it. Do you understand? Do you understand? Like it will tell me, okay, copy and paste this prompt. Okay, and I will go to the next step. It will just give me the prompts, and I will just copy it from ChatGPT into the text box, and it will just click enter, and it will just do the thing. It's just telling me the prompts that I need to feed into it. Do you guys understand? I'm in tears. This is beautiful. Oh God. You understand how easy so much work is done becomes when you do this? Oh, Jack's saying it sounds good, but I have to read all the features before dedicating. Okay. Unusual AI is saying it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Yes. Tree of Knowledge is appreciating what I'm saying. So Falcon is saying a hack for Gemini Pro is to create a new account every month. Google gives you 1 month free. Guys, like, yeah, I mean, that's you could do that, but there's so much here that we could build. And I mean, if you're spending your time making new accounts, more new Google accounts to save yourself from paying for these services, is I think you're missing the bigger picture here. And I do pay for Gemini, but Gemini is not as good as ChatGPT. For ChatGPT, I personally pay the $200 a month version of it because I use the reasoning model so much that the $20 a month is not good enough for me. But let me actually go to the next thing you could do. When you have all of this, why stop there, right? Guys, the next okay, what I told you right now so far is worth so much, like tens of thousands of dollars at least, just what I told you. Like, I'm not exaggerating. If you go and see the what what I'm telling you is replacing, it is worth tens of thousands of dollars, right? But I'm going to add more. Is wait, we have more. Okay. Okay. Look at this. So I am right now. I'm in a position where I have, hired some people to help me with work because my in this area I am improving so much that I can afford hiring somebody. And now she has been working with me a lot. I mean, I already have some people that are working on some businesses, but with regards to dealing with managing my projects from I just started with this, so bear with me as I'm learning myself and I'm communicating with you, right? So I have an assistant, and that I'm going to try to pay more to, because she's just doing some mundane repetitive work, but now I'm going to get her a chat gpt subscription so that she could do more. So the next phase is to, if you get to the point where you could hire people, how all of this will help. But even if you're not in a position where you can hire somebody, when you don't have money to hire somebody, um, this still helps, because the same instructions that you could give to an employee or some contractor that you're working with, those are the same instructions that you could actually give to AI, because at some point we're going to try to see, AI is going to get so close into to being just as good as an employee without much instructions needed. So creating um, education training tutorial for a potential hired work is good, needs to be as good enough for AI as well. And I will explain, right? And somebody might ask me, Armin, why would you hire somebody? Don't you think AI could do everything that a, a human would? I'm like, no, not right now. We're not in that position yet. There are so many things that a human has to be in the loop. But also, as powerful as AI could be, at the end of the day, a human with AI could be even more powerful. Do you know what I mean? So when you're hiring somebody, when you get to the point where you could hire somebody, just make sure that they're using AI for everything. Like, show them, create a process for them, create a training tutorial for them, and then use that as a way to get them to use AI for every. So the same employee that you are paying, I don't know how much, is now with the same money 10 times more productive. So I don't need to replace humans with AI, given that with AI, the same employee can now produce 10 times the work. This is why I think people who are worried about being replaced with AI, they're missing the point, because as somebody who's hires people, you could see that I don't need to replace humans because of AI. I just need to get these humans to use AI so they become a lot more productive than before. That's the way to look at it. That's why I always say AI is not going to replace humans. Humans who use AI are going to replace humans who don't use AI. And this is what we do. Because the reason why I have to say, because this live stream is about creating a standard operating procedure, but this is so connected that I need to add this at the very end of this live stream, because the same the same process that I told you, that I showed you, that can help you create a standard operating procedure and constantly improve it. By the way, you need to keep reevaluate your standard operating procedure every month for two reasons. Because after 1 month of going through your standard operating procedure every day, you're going to notice certain things that you didn't notice before. And also, because of advancements in AI and other software, every single month, your standard operating procedure needs to consider the new abilities of AI and the new tools on the market. So that's why, and also because you're a solopreneur, um, you are a lot more flexible, and this is how to be flexible. The way to be flexible is to have a system, and every month, something that companies do every year, you do every month. Every month, you come look at the scene, you look at the new softwares, you look at the new tools, and you ask AI, well, look at my SOP, look at the new tools on the market, see with my budget what I can is if there's anything I can improve. Look at it, making suggestions based on the new tools on the market. This will give you some degree of flexibility and improvement that big corporations cannot do. And this is how you outcompete as somebody who's just getting started. Man, this is such good advice. God damn it. But anyways, let's go to the other phase, which is, man, I'm so impressed with this live stream. I don't know if the rest of you are, but I'm so impressed with this live stream myself. And again, this is such a complete live stream because I'm trying to be very complete, because I'm going to feed this into AI to give me all the notes of what I just told you guys, right? So the next phase is creating a training pack for potential employees that you want to hire or AI that you want to train. And the reason why this is relevant is because the same video that you made going from beginning to end, that you created to produce the SOP, is the same video that you could send to your employee as a way for them to look at what you're doing and how you do it. But also, after you ask AI to make you an SOP, you have to ask AI to make you a training pack explaining a training tutorial that explains the task, explain why it matters, step by step guide, every template that she needs to use on the way, every single prompt that she needs to use on the way, every single rule and principle that she needs to be aware of, templates, rules, principles, prompts, references, files that she needs to use, media assets, the AI models that she needs to be using, the software that she needs, all the software and the tools that she needs to be using, all of them explained to her. And then here's what you do. You give it to her, you tell her to watch the video and then follow the guide, that the training material and the guide that the AI has made it. And then you look at her output. And every time she creates an output that you are not happy with, this is the good part. Instead of going out to her and blaming her, you go to AI and you blame the AI. So instead of telling her that she did something wrong, if she creates a content, or if the description is not good, or if the thumbnail is not good, or if anything, you go to with your phone. If the Twitter post is not good, or if the Instagram post is not good, you take a screenshot. You go to the project, the very project, because the project has all the references. It knows the context. You don't need to explain the context. You go under the project, you upload the screenshot there, and you tell ChatGPT, like, look, you screwed up. She didn't screw up. You screwed up. Why did she do this? Tell ChatGPT, this is the reason why I don't like how she did this here. So, and guys, this also makes you not turn into an angry boss that people don't like to work with, because ChatGPT also has access to the best friendly, convincing, the best employer-employee relationship tools, right? So I will ask ChatGPT first to update the training material, update step-by-step guide that she has, so that this doesn't happen again, and also write down a message for me, the most effective message to me, so I could send her, so that she knows what went wrong here without feeling like I'm attacking her, so that this doesn't happen again. You guys like that? You guys like that? Isn't that genius? Right, guys, this is my technique, okay? I haven't seen this anywhere. I'm very happy with what I came up with. Oh, Fatima. Hi, Fatima. Anyways. All right. So I think now it's complete. Guys, take action on the things that I'm teaching you here, please. This is gold. This is beautiful. Everything I'm telling you is worth so much. Please, guys, start something and apply this. Guys, if you haven't started something, maybe my next stream is going to be more guidance, giving you more guidance on what business you should be, like, give you some ideas on how to figure out what business you need to start, right? Oh, Mary is happy, is impressed what I'm saying awesome. Maybe it. And guys, also when it comes to employer-employee relationship, this is beautiful, because every time I see something that is wrong, instead of getting frustrated, I know exactly what I need to do. Like, you don't need to get frustrated, you don't need to get angry with anybody. You already have a process. These things were supposed to go wrong. You take a screenshot, you go to the project, you're like, this is what happened. Here's the area that I don't like. Let's update the training material. Let's draft. Give me a message to send to her. If she responds, you screenshot the response, you give it back to ChatGPT. He's like, okay, she took it negatively, she took it positively. The result was this. Maybe take that feedback. Maybe, oh, you need to come up with a standard operating procedure on how to talk to your clients, how to talk to your employees. So, I mean, guys, this doesn't just apply to work. Even if you like having a fight with your wife, if you said something and then she said something that you didn't expect, or she took it the wrong way, take a screenshot of that chat. Tell ChatGPT, like, hey, tell me, what did I do wrong? I know, guys, it's always you. All right. Here's another tip in life. I know this might sound harsh, but don't blame other people. Always say it's my fault, because if you blame other people, that means there's no room for improvement. Okay, just Forget your ego. Always assume it's your fault. And if you always assume it's your fault, instead of, don't shame yourself, don't be upset with yourself. Just assume it's your fault, not so that you look down upon yourself, but because when you think it's your fault, that means that there's something I could do about it. If you think it's someone else's fault, that means it's out of your control. But if you think it's your fault, instead of blaming other people, that's a recipe for improvement every goddamn time. So if I say something and my wife, for example, gets upset, instead of saying like, thinking about, oh my God, what's wrong with her? I was like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? I always think, what did I do wrong? Because when I think like that, when I blame myself, when I think that I am at fault, then I am constantly improving. Apply that to everything. Tree of Knowledge is saying, I love your technique. Well, thank you. Mary saying, more gold. Well, I appreciate that. Growth, yeah. Oh, Tora saying, agreed, saying it's someone else's or someone else's fault is anti-growth. Exactly. Falcon is saying, I use this framework to my girlfriend when teaching her driving. That's good. Good job. That's nice. All right, guys. All right, guys. I think that's good. I'm gonna end the stream. I hope you guys got some useful tips from this. Honestly, some of the things that I told you are things that I get inspired just by talking to you to say. This is why I like to go live, because this is like a diary, right? This is like a diary for me. And what people who take diaries, they know that when they start writing their thoughts down, new thoughts come to their mind. And this is why, as I'm speaking to you guys, if I was just thinking about this myself, some of these thoughts would not come to my mind. But because I come live and tell you, sometimes I need to just keep taking notes, because like I have my best ideas when I come and do a live stream. So thank you for that. All right, I'm gonna end the stream so that it doesn't become too long. Guys, recommend this channel to people, because it's a shame that more people are not benefiting from all this wealth of knowledge and tips that I'm giving you. Right? So recommend this channel, like this channel, hit the bell notification, subscribe, and anybody that you like and you want to see them improve in their life, send my channel, because it's good for them. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit that. Thank you guys, and see you guys. Bye.